So when it comes to preparing the templates for foundation paper piecing, you're going to need to glue some of your templates together. And so they're going to come like this. You're going to have multiple sheets that you're going to have to print out. And the first step that you always want to take whenever you're working with paper patterns, you want to grab a ruler and test your 1-inch test box. This is really important because you want to make sure that you're printing at the correct size. And so as long as your ruler confirms that you've got the 1-inch test, then you are on the right track. I'm going to walk you through gluing your foundation paper piece templates for the cherry tree, which is part of the Little Forest Bomb. I've already got one together just so you can see what it looks like, but I'm going to walk you through the process. So what you're going to need is you're going to need some paper scissors and or a paper rotary cutter. This is just an older one that I always use for paper now. And these are paper scissors. You're also going to need a glue stick or some Scotch tape or something that can stick the paper together. I also use a cardstock. This is just a magazine insert. I just find that it helps me get a really nice crisp line when I'm folding the paper back. Aside from that, that's all you need to prepare your templates. Let's dive in. So the first step is you're going to notice that in the cherry tree you have a left canopy and you have a right canopy. So I've already glued the left canopy together and I'm going to show you how to do the right canopy. So the first step is to grab your paper scissors, or you can grab a rotary cutter. When it's a straight line, I tend to use a rotary cutter just to keep things nice and straight. And what you're looking to do is cut right on that dotted line. Right where it says glue edge number 1, there's a dotted line right at the top there that you're going to want to trim along. You're going to repeat that with your second template. So again, I'm just coming down to that dotted line and trimming. So once you have them like so, this is where I grab my cardstock and I flip one of them over and then I line it up. It might be tough to see on the screen, but I can faintly see the solid line just on the top of that glue edge 1. So I'm going to line it up along that line as best as I can, and then use the edge of the cardstock to help me fold the paper back over itself. Once I've got that piece done, I can come in with my glue stick and run a dab of glue just along that folded back edge. Super easy, nothing complex about it. You don't need a ton of glue. You just want it to be able to adhere. And then what you want to do is bring your paper template up. And what you're looking to do, I always look to make sure that I've got a nice alignment on the seams. And then I double check that everything is lining up on those. And I keep making sure that all of the lines are continuing in a nice straight line as they should be. And then making sure my seams are nice and aligned as well. Once I have that all in place, then I take my nail and I kind of run it right along that seam just to give it a good press together. At this point, I leave it for a minute just to allow the glue to dry and give myself a minute to work on the other ones. So there are a couple more templates within the cherry tree pattern. So you're going to have the tree trunk, then you also have the tree canopy, which there's 2 of those, and then the background canopy. It's the same process to glue them all together, but I'll show you the curved one just in case that's a little bit different. So I just want to make sure that it's the cherry tree, tree canopy template 1 of 2 and 2 of 2. So I'm good on that. I'm going to take my ruler, run it along the bottom edge there, and do the same thing on this one. And then using my handy cardstock, I'm just going to bring it up, lay it against that line, and then fold it back. Grab my glue stick, and then run some glue along the edge there. and then come and glue them together. So I really make sure that, like, all of my seams, I want to make sure the integrity of the pattern, or I want to make sure the integrity of the template is maintained. So I'm really making sure that I've got a nice alignment here and a nice alignment there. And there you are. You got one template glued together. And so I'll just leave that for a minute before I come in with my paper scissors to trim the template out. And when I'm trimming, I do try and preserve that black line, that edge, just to really make sure that I'm maintaining the full size of the template. For the straight edge, as I said, I do tend to use a ruler just to keep things nice and straight. Oops, if your ruler doesn't move. There we go. And there we have the cherry tree canopy template glued together and cut out, ready to be used in your pattern. Once you have all your templates glued together and prepared, you're ready to start cutting out your fabric and working on your block.